started something new. Purchased the evaluation for it. Starting off with 50K, moving on to something better, something that is a little bit more professional. The goal with these is to extract money. The goal isn't to trade it forever. I'm using this to kind of give myself a launch pad. Alrighty guys, just got back from Kava, had a good little dinner, very nutritious, but just started something new. TopStep funded account. Right now, I just purchased the evaluation for it. Starting off with 50K. Basically, looking to kind of expand my funding companies that I'm working with. Just wanting to kind of like diversify my capital, because the company that I'm working with right now, I'm not even going to name them. All I'm going to say is that they are not paying me out. They're not giving me access to my accounts. They're not really providing much communication at all. So just going to be done with them, moving on to something better. Something that is a little bit more professional, something that's geared more towards futures as well, because what I was trading was more of a currency-based prop firm. So let me just hop on here, show you guys on the screen record basically the parameters of this, and then we'll go into what I'm looking at for the week. So yeah, see you guys on there. So this is the TopStep account. I really do not think that there's anything wrong with me showing this here. I don't think any of y'all can hack into it, so I'm not really worried about that. But yeah, so the 50K trading combine, this is another word for evaluation. I don't know why they're calling it a combine. So basically, what I have to do is I have to make $3,000 for profit. I cannot exceed $1,000 daily loss limit or $2,000 maximum loss limit. So and basically they charge me based on a monthly report. I'm not on a monthly report, a monthly basis for the evaluation stage or the combine stage of the whole TopStep process. So my plan is to somewhat be a little bit more aggressive with this. I'll get into my rules and my system that I'm gonna use to kind of somewhat like attack this evaluation. Because I'm trying to do it in an efficient manner. I don't want to be trading this for months and months and months on end trying to reach the target. Either I'm going to pass or I'm going to fail. And I don't want to waste too much time in between, because I do trade my personal account and I do have other things that I'm doing. I'd rather just start over than sit there and like kind of like have an agonizing experience trying to prolong the whole process. So yeah, so this is the dashboard. I like it. It seems very intuitive compared to other companies. Compared to other companies, they seem pretty straightforward. When I signed up, they had a whole video kind of describing like, okay, like what the rules were, what the process was as far as getting the funded accounts and everything like that. My best day cannot be greater than 50% of my total profit. So that means with a $3,000 profit target, I cannot make more than $1,500 in a day. So what I'll do is, I'll get into that in a second, but I have a way of making sure that I don't do that, making sure I don't make too much in a single day, so that then I have to make more. And then after that, I move on to the second stage, which I believe is the I don't even really know what to call it. They didn't really explain there, but yeah. So this is it so far. Gonna start trading it tomorrow. If a trade is presented to me tomorrow. I just looked at the charts and there really isn't much cooking up right now, but we will see what happens. Yeah, so yeah, let me get into like what I'm going to be looking at for this upcoming week. This week is pretty straightforward. Not too exciting, I'm gonna be quite honest. Just like, last week was a whole lot of movement. This week might be a bit calmer, but I still wanted to start the evaluation just so that I'm prepared in case the opportunity does come my way. We have broken out of somewhat of the wedge here, the downward wedge, and we're now breaking back to the upside, which I would like to see, which is what I like to see on NQ and ES. And just kind of monitoring to see where lows are being taken even though right now we are in a 4-hour downtrend. So going into tomorrow, I am going to be looking, I'm going to be open to taking shorts because that would be following the trend of the 4-hour time frame. And that's basically what my trades are going to be based off of. And then going down to the 1 hour, we do have this gap here with price. Let me change the color of this just to make it a bit more, like cohesive. Wanted to have the MAs on here. But yeah, so looking as of right now, would like to see price come and rebalance and then possibly continue short. But if we create some structure within here and possibly go back long, then I wouldn't be opposed to that either, because we do have these highs to get taken on NQ, whereas they already have on ES. So whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Just got to be prepared and be able to be ready to follow, our rules and our system, and we'll live with the results. So we do have this divergence between ES and NQ on the daily time frame. Where the high hasn't been taken, but that's a bit less important. That's a bit less important because it is on the daily time frame. Like if we're in an uptrend on the 4-hour time frame, which if that's a high possibility we might break back out to an uptrend on the 4-hour time frame. I'm just going to follow that, and I'm not going to do too much worrying about what the daily is showing me, because these divergences get broken all the time on the daily. Like, they look nice, but the actual likelihood of them following through is very low at times, just because basing a divergence off of the daily time frame, that means you have to be taking the entry off of the daily time frame, and that's not something that I'm going to be doing. It's not something I've ever done, so I'm going to stick to that. But yeah, that's really it. Looking at what I'm looking at for the upcoming week, and then let me get into just some of how I plan, like my mindset as to how I'm gonna to go at this. Alrighty, y'all. So the way that I plan to pass this TopStep evaluation, this trading combine, is within 3 to 5 trades. That's my ideal target to be able to pass this. Now, mind you, with TopStep, you have a maximum amount of contracts that you can use in the evaluation stage. And with the 50K, it's only 5 contracts. So what I would like to do with that is, honestly, I would like to be risking anywhere between 450 to 500 per trade, because I do cap my risk reward at a 1 to 2. And doing that, I've spoken about why I do that many times. So if you guys need a refresher, please just watch some of my old videos. But basically, it's just to somewhat limit my greed and keep my win rate a bit higher, just so that my mentality can be a bit healthier and that I can be more willing to take trades. But yeah, within 4 to 5 within 3 to 5 trades, risking anywhere between $450 to $500, and that's, mind you, that's given if all of those trades are winners, because I found that I get anywhere between 3 and 5 really good trades per month. Now, really solid trades, when I say like that, mean that are like not flawless, but they're extremely, they're streamlined. They're not really, there's not too much consolidation. There's not too much struggle for price to reach take profit. And with that being said, I would like to pass this challenge efficiently. I wouldn't like for it to take more than a month or 2 months, quite honestly, because then that's just kind of like time decay. I don't really want to be sitting there trading like fake money for all that period of time with no reward. And so that's my reasoning for taking trying to be a little bit more aggressive with this, because if not, I can always pay to just reset it. You can always get money back, you can't get time back. So if I'm doing a 1 to 2 and I'm risking anywhere between 450 to 500, let's say on the low end 450, I'm risking 450. That means my take profit is going to be $900, right? With a 1 to 2, and it's going to be $1,000 risking $500. So if I'm risking, let's say 450, that times 3, if I win 3 trades in a row, that's $2,700. Or if I win 3 trades, that's $2,700 total, no matter what. But if I am risking $500, that's $3,000 for in totality over 3 trades, which is $1,000 per trade. Because 500 times 2 is 1,000. So that's not my thought process going into it. Now, I do believe my win rate is high enough. November had a 90% win rate. Now that's not that's not replicable, and I'm not expecting to win 90% of my trades. I'm just expecting to follow my system, and that my system's going to take care of the rest. So like I said, trading anywhere between and honestly anywhere between $400 to $500 per trade is reasonable to me, because that's what I'm willing to risk. Because I would like to pass this in an efficient manner, and I don't want to be taking too many little trades, because then that's going to make me want to overtrade. I'd rather stay disciplined and risk what is what feels right to me for the account, versus trying to be extremely like somewhat a bit like stressed over the situation. Like, bro, it's a 50K account. Like, I can always apply for another one. And the goal with these is to extract money. The goal isn't to trade it forever. So using this to kind of give myself a launch pad, give myself an opportunity to have a launch pad, use this to fund my personal account while also just possibly keeping the account as well. And yeah, so also with TopStep, you got to keep the first $10,000 that you make with them. You got to keep 100% of the profit splits up unto $10,000, and then it's a 90-10 profit split. So I'm not mad at that. That's very good compared to every other firm that I've tried to get an account with, and even the one that I was working with. I was getting 80-20. So I'll say that's very beneficial. Looking forward to this. Something new for me to add to like the part of my daily life. Kind of documenting this, being fully transparent with you guys, my wins, my losses, my break-evens, just to show you guys, okay, what is it actually like trying to be a day trader while you're in college, and what does that entail? What are the ups and downs of it, and what does that look like? Say you pass the accounts and say you're extracting money from it. So yeah. I appreciate you guys watching. You guys have a great rest of your night. It's a good week to be a great week, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.